You have power, yes. We respect your authority and your power over us. To the extent of us disrespecting our God. Hey friends, welcome to my Christian comedy channel. I believe God has a sense of humor, and we are allowed to enjoy it as we read scripture. There's so many times where I'm reading the scripture and I find it to be hilarious, and I'm like, who can I share this with? So I've created this channel so that I can share that with you. If you're interested in learning scripture while seeing the humorous side of God, this is the channel that you want to subscribe to. And if you're looking for more Bible study related content involving inductive studies and interpretations, then you want to check out my main channel. So without further ado, let's have some fun reading scripture. Today we're reading from Daniel chapter 3 verses 1 to 18 from the New Living Translation. It says, King Nebuchadnezzar made a gold statue 90 feet tall and 9 feet wide and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then he sent messages to the high officers, officials, governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all the provincial officials to come to the dedication of the statue he had set up. So all these officials came and stood before the statue King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then a herald shouted, People of all races and nations and languages, listen to the king's command. When you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipes, and other musical instruments, bow to the ground to worship King Nebuchadnezzar's gold statue. Anyone who refuses to obey will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. So at the sound of the musical instruments, all the people, whatever their race or nation or language, bowed to the ground and worshipped the gold statue that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. But some of the astrologers went to the king and informed on the Jews. They said to King Nebuchadnezzar, Long live the king! You issued a decree requiring all the people to bow down and worship the gold statue when they hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipes, and other musical instruments. That decree also states that those who refuse to obey must be thrown into a blazing furnace. But there are some Jews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, whom you have put in charge of the province of Babylon. They pay no attention to you, your majesty. They refuse to serve your gods and do not worship the gold statue you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar flew into a rage and ordered that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought before him. When they were brought in, Nebuchadnezzar said to them, Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you refuse to serve my gods or to worship the gold statue I have set up? I will give you one more chance to bow down and worship the statue I have made when you hear the sound of the musical instruments. But if you refuse, you'll be thrown immediately into the blazing furnace. And then what God will be able to rescue you from my power? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God whom we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power, your majesty. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it clear to you, your majesty, that we will never serve your gods or worship the gold statue that you have set up. What a bold claim King Nebuchadnezzar made to these Jewish men. He's like, I gave a decree. You need to bow down and worship the statue I put up, or I'm going to throw you into the furnace. What God is going to save you out of the furnace if I toss you in there? They're like, let me make this clear to you, Mr. King. You have power, yes. We respect your authority and your power over us. To the extent of us disrespecting our God, we're not going to disrespect our God in order to appease you, sir. So, if you must throw us into the furnace, go ahead. Our God can save us. But even if he doesn't, King, we still want you to know we will never bow to the God that you've erected. We only worship the true and the living God. I hope you enjoyed today's scripture reading. What passage would you like to hear next? I'm already excited about the next one.
There's so much more for us to explore together.